All right, what's up everybody? We're back with the worst E55 known to mankind. And as you guys can see, I know it's a little dark, but that seat's gone because as you guys remember, I ended up going with the E63 seats. So the E63 seats are here, and we're taking the passenger one out just to check how everything is. So obviously power is disconnected because you don't want the weight sensor thing going off, so that's disconnected. But this is important, and I'm making this video for a specific reason. So this is a 2004 E55. If you have a 2004 or 2003 2004, the wiring is different than the 05 cars, because in 05 they updated the wiring harness or something, whatever they did to the seats, and I'll show you right now. Let me go over there. Okay, so here's the E55 seat. This is the original seat that comes with the car, obviously. That's the E63 seat. Now here's the important part. So this is the module for the seat itself, as you guys can see. Now it's important that you look in here. Let me get a flashlight. Is it on? No, it's not on. Okay, so as you guys can see in there, this one has, what is that? It's supposed to have 14 pins. Obviously there's 4 missing in the middle, 8, 10, 7, and 9. And then you have the singular one on this side right here, which is only has 3 inside. Obviously the airbag one here, and then this one's for the multi-contour thing over there, which is fine for this one. Now this seat over here, as you can see, the module is a little different. So this one has all of its pins in the middle. It has that same one here, but then it has an additional one on the side with 2 of them. So from what I read on the forms, you're supposed to, one of the wires is going to be cut, and it's going to go off to the side, which makes sense. It'll go here, and then obviously this is the same for the airbag, and it's just put in a different place. But all in all, so if you have an 05, these are direct swap seats. So if you have a 2005 2006 E55, you could literally just buy the E63 seats from like an 07, 08 or whatever, and just bolt them in. But if you have an 03 or an 04, you're going to run into this problem where the wiring is different. So you're going to have to play a little bit of soldering and whatnot, but that's why we're making this video. I'm going to show you guys everything, how it goes, and then we'll make sure we get this right. Because if we plug it in now, from what I've read online, it's going to blow the fuse, because the ones that are mismatched are apparently the ground and the power wire. So we're going to go from there, but I'll check in with you guys once we start messing with the wires. Okay, so we're back at the seat swapping situation, and remember, I'm gonna just kind of run back what we're doing. We have, if you have an 03 04 E55 and you're trying to put E63 seats in it, it's going to be a completely different wiring diagram than if you have an 05 and 06. They changed the diagram. So we're installing the E63 seats, and there's, honestly, it's not that bad. There's like 1 wire you have to switch over. So this here is the original E55 wiring harness. That's for the power. So as you can see, it's got there's a red wire for power, and then the ground is the brown. On the E63, the same harness has 3 different wires. So you have the same red and brown one, but then you also have this green and red one. Now on the E55, the green and red wire goes into that plug right there, which it doesn't exist on the E63. On the E63, this little plug, it only has the blue one and the brown one, whereas this red and green one right here, as you guys can see, goes into the power plug into this. Now you can of course take the pins out and take the plug out and just swap it over to the original E55 harness, but for us it's just easier because I have the harnesses. That's very important. If you're gonna buy E63 seats from a car, from a donor car, ask for the wiring harness and make sure they cut it as low as possible so you have as much wires to play with as you need. I asked them to give me the wiring harness and they did, so we're just gonna cut the wires, we're gonna solder them together, and then everything should work, because everything else is the same. It's just, it seems like for some reason they switched over the wiring harness from they just swapped over 1 wire, which it seems like, this almost seems like a power wire because it's really big, but who knows. Now that right there is the airbag one for, you know, the seat weight sensor and BS. Now this right here, this is the original E55 one. This one has about 10 wires in it. The E63 one, as you can see, is a lot more. It's got like 12 or 13. So I'm not sure what that's for. I think the E63 seats have the side deployable airbags, but I mean, the E55 does as well. So it's kind of confusing why Mercedes did that. We're just going to start off by just plugging the original harness in, and if it throws an SRS code, we'll go from there. It's probably going to, because it needs the weight sensing system calibrated, but it is what it is. But aside from that, that's it. It seemed like on the forums everybody made it sound so hard and you're gonna have to do this crazy wiring. It's just 1 wire. You literally just have to switch over this brown one, because this is the E63 power harness. As you guys can see, the original one from the E63, it's got 3 wires, and again, the one from the E55 only has 2. So you just need to swap over this big green and brown wire, or green and red, swap it over, or in our case, we're just going to cut the wiring harness and we're just going to splice it in and call it a day. But I'll catch on with you guys once we get everything soldered in and checked up. Okay, so here's the conclusion of the video. I know it's been a little weird. At first, you guys probably couldn't see anything because it was dark, but we had to do these things after I get off work, and it gets dark early now. So, and again, the car is dirty. I do apologize. I don't really daily drive the car anymore. It's just a weekend thing, and you would think it would stay cleaner, but in Las Vegas, there's these trees or whatnot, and you guys can see they're all over. So, yeah. But here they are. These are W211 E63 seats, and yes, this one is not in good condition. I genuinely did not get a good deal. I got kind of screwed by the people that I bought this from. It is what it is, but here it is nonetheless. These are the E63 seats. As you guys can see, they are a little bit more bolstered than the 55 ones. These do have some damage, particularly right there, which I'm going to get reupholstered, and up there, which also needs to get reupholstered, because I do plan on doing a two-tone interior on this car. And then up there, it's got some stuff. I don't know if I can wipe this away. It's like damage to the leather. So the other one's in good condition, though. The other one has no issues. As you guys can see, the other seat looks great. So it's mostly just the driver's seat. But yeah, these are a lot more comfortable, in my opinion, than the 55 ones. They do hold you in better. And unlike my 55 seats, the air stuff works on all these. So they do, the bolsters work and everything. It's great. Now, would I do this? Would I recommend you go out, buy these seats, and do this conversion on a 2003 or 2004, that's important, E55? No, do not go about doing this. This was a passion project. It was a fever dream. It honestly is probably not something you should do, because the wiring to get this done is ridiculous. And then even now, if I start the car up, the seats work fine. The seats are perfectly fine, but you see that doesn't go away. I want to shut it off because it's loud and my grandparents are kind of sleeping. So the car is, the SRS light's on, and there's nothing I can do about it. There probably is, actually, but I need to find the donor car, and I should probably say that. So if you guys see the footage earlier, I did have the wiring harness from these seats, because I very specifically told the junkyard, cut off the wiring harness as low as possible from the bodies, because I need the wiring harness. So they did do that, thankfully. But even then, for the passenger seat, the weight sensing system doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is because, well, this car's missing two wires or two pieces of the harness that I guess are on the facelifted 211. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. There's just not there. The wires are not there. And from what I saw, you know, I went to the junkyard because I needed a seat motor for this one here for the driver's seat, because it didn't work. Another thing that they didn't tell me. I pulled up to the junkyard and I noticed the wiring harness. It's completely different. I mean, I looked at a 2006 E500 that I got the wiring, or not the wiring, I got the motor for my car, and it has two wires that come out of the ground for the SRS stuff that my car doesn't have. So to fully do this, I would need to literally take the whole carpet out and everything, figure out where these wires are coming from on the newer car, and then somehow harvest and then put them into this car. I didn't care. I was like, whatever. My car already had an SRS light because of this thing right here. So I said, fuck it. Whatever. I don't daily drive the car. I don't care. It is what it is. So, yeah, I have a permanent SRS light on. Oh, well. But everything else works. So the seat does go up and down. I'll show you guys right now. Actually, I should probably get out so I can show you guys better. So the seat does move back. Of course, it does everything back and forth. It goes... You guys probably can't tell that, but it does go... I don't know if you guys can see. It does go up and down, everything. Everything does work on the seat. Even the headrest works. So, that's good. And they are heated and cooled, and that does work on them. It's just... the headache is not worth it. I paid $600 for these seats, plus another, 30, 40 bucks for the motor from the junkyard. So all in all, about $640, $630. My dad thankfully picked the seats up for me because they wanted to charge me some stupid number for to have them shipped. So yeah, honestly, it was great on paper, great on pictures, but with the finished product, I probably would have saved myself the $600 and not done this. So if you're looking for a recommendation, if you have a 2003, 2004 E55, unless you really want to get into it, I wouldn't do this. But if you have a 05 or an 06 E55, then you could do this because it's plug and play, because they facelifted the car in 05. They did the harness upgrade or whatever. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. We have finally hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm super happy about that. We can monetize now, and we're just going to keep growing from here. So I'm super excited. If anybody wants to know, yes, my E55 seats are for sale. They do have some tears in them. I'll post some pictures you guys can see, but they do have some tears in the seat bottom on the driver's seat and the other one. So the driver's seat's worse than the other one, but if you guys are interested, I'd give me like $500-600 for them, and you could take them. Everything works on them, just the fact that I have a tear. So if anybody's interested, email me or put it in the comments and I'll message you or something. I don't know. Or check out my Instagram. I'll leave the Instagram down below. You can message me on there as well, and we can figure out a price or something, and you can probably come pick them up. I don't want to ship because they're very expensive to ship and they're massive seats, so I don't even know what I would ship them with. Preferably pick up, but I mean, if you wanted to do it shipping and you were that adamant about it, we could probably figure something out. So let me know down below what you guys think about the E63 seat conversion. Again, if I wouldn't recommend this unless you're willing to go through the hassle and everything, but let me know down below what you think. If you guys are interested in more stuff like this, make sure you check our channel. The next thing we got to do is the car's having a problem with the throttle body. Shocker, the car has another problem. Let me go ahead and pop the hood and I'll show you guys. So yeah, that throttle body up there, that's an 82 millimeter, and the car is super fast until you go full throttle. If you go full throttle, the car does the car basically doesn't want to do anything. It cuts power, and it's almost like the throttle pedal doesn't work anymore. You have to like shut the car off and do the throttle reset procedure, and then it'll start working again. So there's something wrong with the throttle body. I changed the harness. It's not the harness, the wiring, it's not that. It's something with the throttle body, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get one. I gotta fork out, like, it's like $100 and some, but it is what it is. I want to fix the car. I want to go open throttle, because the one time that it did work when I went open throttle, it's disgusting. It's super fast. It's way faster than before, and it sounds great. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of you, and I will I'll see you guys in the next one. I gotta hold the hood up with my head because it doesn't stay up, because I bought Chinese freaking hood hinges and one of them broke. Shocker. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know down below what you think about the E63 seats. Was it worth it, or did I get juked? Because I think I did. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.